Hello everyone and welcome to Sources Classes. So in this video again we'll be continuing of our discussion with the questions pertaining to the test of mathematics. So we'll again discuss 2 to 3 questions on the following topic. So let's start off with the first question here. Suppose Z1, Z2 are complex numbers satisfying Z2 not equal to 0 and Z1 not equal to Z2, and Z1 plus Z2 by Z2 by Z1 minus Z2 is equal to 1. Then we need to find the value of Z1 by Z2. Okay, so let's start off with the given condition, that is absolute value of Z1 plus Z2 by Z1 minus Z2 equal to 1. Okay, this can be further written as Z1 plus Z2 equal to 1 plus Z2 whole square equal to 2 whole square. Z2 2 dash equal to Z1 minus Z2 minus, sorry my bad, okay. So all we did was simply expanded the squares of the same. So a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square, we simply wrote it twice each and every term. So this, if we further simplify, what we have is square plus z1 z2 dash z1 z2 plus 2 square equal to again square minus z plus z2 square minus z1 z2 dash minus. Okay, so I hope this is clear, this much is clear. So now if we take a look, we can cancel these two terms. Okay, so therefore if we further write this, like to further simplify the same. Okay, I hope this is clear. So 1 will minus with this and this gets cancelled. So therefore z1 dash will be minus 2. So now let's do one thing. As far as solution of the same is concerned, let z1 be x1 plus iy1 and z2 be x2 plus iy2. We're just taking an assumption of the same. So therefore z1 by z2, this can be written as x1 plus iy1 divided by x2 plus iy2. Okay, which can be further written as minus x1 plus iy1 by x2 minus iy2. If we expand the same, this can be further written as x1 plus iy1 minus x1 plus iy2 by x2 plus iy2 plus x2 minus iy2. Okay, so if we take a look at the same, we can see x1 and x1 gets cancelled, iy2 and iy2 gets cancelled. So this can be further written as I1 twice I1 and twice x2. They'll both get cancelled. So Iy1 by x2. So here, since we have an I present here, so this term is imaginary. So therefore, our option right answer will be C. So I hope this is clear how we can arrive at the conclusion or arrive at the solution itself. So let's move on to the next question. So the second question, the modulus of the complex number 2 plus I root 5 divided by 2 minus I root 5 to the power 10 plus 2 minus I root 5 divided by 2 plus I root 5 to the power 10 is, okay. So let's try and solve this question. So what we have here is 2 plus I root 5 by 2 minus I root 5 to the power 10 plus 2 minus I root 5 by 2 plus 5 to the power 10. If we try and solve the same, what we have here is 2 plus I root 5 square by 9, 10 plus 2 minus power 10, which can be further written as 2 by 3 plus I root 5 by 3 to the power 20 plus 2 by 3 minus I into root 5 by 3 to the power 20. Okay. Now let cos A equal to 2 by 3 and sin A equal to root 5 by 3. So therefore the expression, if we take as the expression above, will simply become cos A plus I sin A 20 plus cos A minus I sin A to the power 20. If we further split the same, so it will come as cos 20A plus I sin A plus A. So this is cos A cos B minus cos A sin B. So this is simply 2 cos A twice A. So this is a simple representation of the formula. And now what we can actually say, if we take the mod of the same, we can further write it as cos A of 2 cos t cos inverse 2 by 3. So this here A is our answer. So I hope this is clear to you how we arrived at the conclusion solution of the same. So with that said, let's move to the last question of the video. Let's discuss that as well. Okay, so here's the third question. So any complex number z equal to x plus iy, where x and y are real, define range of z for z equal to mod x plus mod y, let z1 and z2 be any two complex number, then we need to find all these solutions in general. Okay, so now there's one thing that you need to know is the property of a modulus function, that is here, suppose I have a number x2, okay, which is always less than the individual sum of the same And similarly, if we talk about y1 plus y2, the same condition again applies here. So this is basically a property of a modulus function in general. Okay. So with that said, so now if we compare it with the formula, so whatever be the value z, it will be less than z1 and z2 and subsequently z1. So the A condition here basically satisfies. So here A is the answer. So I hope these things are clear. It was just property of the function in general that we use to solve this. So with that said, we have come to the end of the video. So in case you have any difficulty, kindly go through all the problems in the video as many times as you like and try to solve these questions on your own so that you can get a better understanding of the approaches involved towards the solution as well. So with that said, in case you like the video, make sure like, share and subscribe to our channel so that you can keep coming up with the relevant content such as this further down the line as well. So with that, I'm signing out. Thank you so much.